Greetings, dear viewers, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to EBC World with me, Shifa Raulako, and do stay with us. Now, the Ministry of Peace is conducting a conference to discuss regional peace building, sustainable development, and mutual coexistence in the Horn of Africa. Hosted in Diriyadawa City, the meeting is underway in collaboration with universities from Eastern Ethiopia and Hargeisa and Djibouti universities, themed the role of higher education institutions in peace building and inclusive development in Ethiopia, Djibouti, and Somaliland. The Minister of Peace, Binalf Andualam, the State Minister for Peace, the Chair of the Standing Committee of the Foreign Relations and Peace Affairs of the Parliament, scholars from universities of Ethiopia, Hargeisa, and Djibouti are participating at the conference. And now in business, Ethiopia's first ever bulk carrier vessel Abai II docked at Djibouti port for the first time, carrying Ethiopian cargo after it registered and started sailing while proudly waving the Ethiopian flag. Abai II has brought 60,000 metric tons of fertilizer consisting of two different types, NPS and NPSB, from Jorf, Lasfer Port, Morocco. This is testament to the country's growing involvement in maritime activities and points to increased capacity for handling larger cargo shipments, according to the Ethiopian Shipping and Logistics Services Enterprise. Now, moving on, the National Aviation Security Committee disclosed that it has finalized preparations to guarantee the provision of secure accommodation for attendees of the 37th African Union Summit scheduled for this month. The Ethiopian National Aviation Security Committee was inaugurated in July of the preceding year. It was instituted with the objective of administering the aviation industry with efficacy through meticulous coordination and collaboration, thereby ensuring the seamless execution of the 37th AU Summit. During a consultation hosted by the committee, Sisai Tola, the chairperson of the committee and Deputy Director General of the National Intelligence and Security Service, expounded on the scrutinization of service and airspace governance concerning Ethiopia's international and domestic airports.
So I'm now here by Biblioteca Alexandria, replacing what was once the greatest library in the world, the Great Library of Alexandria. And I'm now here in an area called Bahari, which is nice actually, full of palm trees and greenery. I'm now here inside the Citadel of Cape Bay, which is a must-visit really here in Alexandria, especially around this time. You're going to get great views of the city during golden hour. I've just been inside there, the old fort, which was attacked by the British invading forces, and much of it was destroyed. What remains today.
Welcome back. You're still watching ABC World. Now, the African Union declared 2024 the year of education because of the urgent need to mobilize more resources for improved access to quality learning across the continent. Education, Science, Technology and Innovation Commissioner Professor Mohamed Belhossein told the Ethiopian news agency. Africa comes from a baseline situation whereby poverty, nutrition, burden of debt, conflicts, and human-made or natural disasters are creating competing priorities for governments, the professor noted. According to him, the AU calls for regaining momentum and emphasizes education's role in development, aligning with Agenda 2063, the blueprint for Africa's future prosperity. The AU's role lies in policy formulation, harmonization, and setting norms and standards, facilitating free trade and the movement of people. Initiatives like the African Continental Free Trade Area and harmonized recognition of qualifications, for instance, aim to enhance mobility and knowledge exchange, the professor pointed out. And moving on, the renowned international car manufacturer Mitsubishi has expressed its desire to engage in trading investment in Dire Dawa Free Trade Zone in Ethiopia, with a view to using the investment options available within it, according to the Industrial Parks Development Corporation. The IPDC's Investment Promotion and Marketing Deputy CEO Zaman Junadin received the company's general manager, and the two talked at length on the planned investment. Among the investment centers managed by IPDC, the general manager earlier visited Hawassa, Adama, and Bolelemi industrial parks and stated that they want to engage in trade-related investments into Reda Free Trade Zone. For his part, IPDC's deputy CEO pointed out that the Dire Free Trade Zone is a new phase of Dire, which is currently hosting a large demand for investments in various sectors. And finally, Addis Ababa finds itself in the middle of busy preparations for the upcoming 37th AU Summit. Some unique features of the early 1960s, when the OAU was founded, come to the limelight. These features are telling evidence of how much Ethiopia committed itself to the African cause and the enhancement of Pan-Africanism. Emperor Haile Selassie used to enjoy the company of what was rather affectionately named Makrea, a lion that accompanied him to the Bole International Airport as he welcomed a number of African leaders of the days. And this lion was awarded the coveted title of Captain, as Jerusalem Petsia tells you more in the following piece.
Lions have been symbolizing courage and stamina in the Ethiopian culture and folklore. That's why Ethiopian coins still bear the image of the lion. On the other hand, lion was long regarded as symbol of kingship. Makrea was raised by Hamsalek Makrea in the regime of Emperor Haile Selassie, the last reigning monarch of the Solomon dynasty. A member of the Ethiopian Imperial Guard who went by the name Gabriel Bebe raised the lion with his 8 children together at home. At the time, Makrea was doted on by Ethiopians and would often come out with the emperor for major holidays. From the 1940s to the 1970s, there was a group of friendly lions tamed at the Ethiopian Airlines began welcoming passengers. Celebrities from Ethiopia and abroad had inspired to take pictures with the lion Makrea.
ከሰው መፈጠሬ ማን በነገራቸው አውሬ መስያቸው ከሰው መፈጠሬ ማን በነገራቸው
Macra was a pioneer, particularly when the OA's first ever conference was held on May 1st, 1963 in Addis Ababa. Macra strutted and passed proudly, receiving many African leaders, the then Ghanaian President Kwame Nkrumah being one of them. According to historical accounts, Macra regaled at the sight of the three-colored Ethiopian flag. He used to stand to his full height in honor of the then national anthem of the day when the flag was being hoisted. Macra contributed in plenty to the pride and honor of Ethiopia. Not surprisingly, tourists loved taking pictures alongside him. Macra was also identified with Ethiopia's brand beer of the time, Meta beer. This boarders affectionately called the beer Macra beer, currently known as Meta beer. He was so popular among the members of the Imperial Guard so much so that they named their football team after him.
Well, dear viewers, you have been watching ABC World. Now a quick recap of the top stories. Ethiopia's first ever largest bulk carrier vessel up by the second docked at Djibouti port carrying Ethiopian cargo. And Mitsubishi expresses desire to engage in trading investments in the radar free trade zone. And with that, we come to the end of today's news. Thank you for watching us. Bye-bye.